A vote to give Oklahoma teachers another raise, find out why some don't want it. Plus, Norman police investigate a late-night stalker and turmoil on campus as 2 women speak out against administrators. This is OU Nightly.
I asked the legislature to bring our teachers to #1 in our region in pay and benefits.
Those were Governor Kevin Stitt's remarks from the State of the State address, and now that idea is one step closer to reality. Hello, and thank you for joining us on OU Nightly. I'm Brooke Murski.
And I'm Parker Thune. Today, the House of Representatives unanimously passed House Bill 1780 to raise Oklahoma public school teacher salaries by $1,200 a year. Teachers walked out of the classrooms last April, but raises were only part of what they asked for. Many say they don't necessarily want more money on top of the $6,000 raise. They're concerned about overcrowded classrooms and a shortage of supplies, among other things. One OU education major said lawmakers need to experience what it's really like inside Oklahoma classrooms.
Go personally experience what these teachers are going through and what their lives are, and especially what the students are going for.
OEA President Alicia Priest said in a statement on social media that the raise is a positive development, but it's worth remembering that the pay increase would not get Oklahoma to the top of the region in average teacher pay. The raise would not affect classroom funding or give a pay hike to support professionals.
It is an extremely concerning incident. We're incredibly proud of these citizens for being extremely diligent and being very observant. In both of these incidents, they recognized that something was wrong.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Now that the House has signed off on the bill, it heads to the state Senate for consideration.
Norman police are asking for help in identifying a suspect involved in both a burglary and a stalking incident. On February 3rd, police responded to a call of a reported burglary on Eddington Street. Security footage at a home nearby captured this man peeking into windows just 1 street over on McCullough Street the night before. Although these are separate incidents, police believe the suspect is the same man.
It is an extremely concerning incident. We're incredibly proud of these citizens for being extremely diligent and being very observant. In both of these incidents, they recognized that something was wrong and were able to recall details that were really important to this investigation.
If you recognize the suspect or have any information regarding these incidents, call Norman Police.
And Brooke, it's a little bit warmer today.
Yes, but it's a whole lot windier. Joe Decarlo joins us now with a first look at the forecast. Joe.
Yeah, guys, it's been cold for the past week, but the sun came out today, allowing us to warm up to the low to mid-50s. Right now, it's currently 52 degrees in Norman, 56 out in Elk City, but we do have those strong southeasterly breezes. Right now, the wind gusts are gusting to 18 miles an hour in Norman, but 26 in Elk City and 26 in Guyman. Now, coming up on weather, we will talk about the weekend forecast, severe weather returning to the state, and also what happened to winter when it returns coming up. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Joe. In response to recent faculty terminations on campus, former Dean Suzette Grillat is questioning whether or not her rights were violated.
Grillat claimed that she was wrongfully terminated and is now questioning whether or not her First Amendment rights were indeed violated. Grillat also claimed in a tweet that this action was a result of her being outspoken on public matters, not as her performance as a faculty member. We contacted OU Public Affairs and have yet to receive a statement.
And another OU faculty member has taken to social media to address her recent decision to leave the university. Judy Gibbs Robinson was a longtime professor at Gaylord College and advisor for the OU Daily. She posted on Facebook that she chose to retire over a variety of issues, including a request that she be paid the same as a male colleague who did the same work. She says she filed a grievance which was dismissed for insufficient evidence. The Office of Public Affairs and the OU Daily are not commenting. Robinson says she will not be commenting either until she gets her last paycheck from OU.
Kelsey Hovanetz joins us now in the News Center with an update on a recent race-driven attack. Kelsey.
Thanks, Brooke. Well, Empire actor Jussie Smollett, who allegedly staged a racist, anti-gay attack on himself, turned himself in today. Smollett faces accusations that he filed a false police report last month when he told authorities that he was attacked in downtown Chicago. He's facing a felony charge for staging the attack to promote his career because he was unhappy with his salary, according to Chicago's police superintendent. Smollett was treated as a victim until 2 brothers admitted to helping him stage the attack. His bail was set at $100,000. And a federal judge restricted Roger Stone from publicly speaking about the details of his case today after a court hearing over a controversial Instagram post. Stone posted a photo with what appeared to be the crosshairs of a gun drawn behind Judge Amy Berman Jackson's head. Stone apologized repeatedly today to Jackson, saying his decision to post the photo was a lack of judgment and that the post wasn't meant to be threatening. Jackson brought printouts of the since-deleted Instagram post into court, saying that she wanted to discuss First Amendment restraints around criminal trials. And a U.S. Coast Guard lieutenant who was arrested last Friday on gun and drug charges allegedly wanted to conduct a mass killing. Christopher Paul Hassan is accused of being a white supremacist with a hit list including Democratic politicians and CNN journalists. The government says Hassan also stockpiled steroids and human growth hormone to increase his ability to conduct attacks. Hassan, a former Marine, will appear Thursday in U.S. District Court in Maryland for a hearing. And Brooke, a species of giant tortoise believed to be extinct for over 100 years, has been rediscovered in Ecuador.
Thank you, Kelsey. A bill allowing Oklahomans to receive emergency refills on prescriptions has advanced to the House. Senate Bill 1019 unanimously passed today. This bill would ensure life-saving emergency access to medications for chronic health conditions. Oklahomans could receive up to a 90-day supply of the prescription, but the bill would not apply to narcotics.
Thus far, 2019 has been quite tempestuous at OU. In the wake of several racially charged incidents, an exhibit on student activism is coming to campus.
Plus, new information on potential misregulation of the prescription opioid OU Nightly continues in just a moment.
Welcome back. Earlier this afternoon, Price Business College held a forum about racism. OU Nightly's Madeline Roberts caught up with some of the attendees.
Racism, an all too prevalent issue on the minds of many people at OU, especially during February, which is Black History Month.
We are part of a broader environment. We are part of Oklahoma, we are part of the United States, we are part of the world.
Today, a forum on racism was held at Price College. Lillian Miller, Assistant Dean of University College, spoke specifically about racism in higher education.
I kind of noticed four kind of key positions in higher education when it comes to racism.
George Henderson then delivered a speech about having a 21st century mindset.
In the 20th century, we met the enemy, and it was us dividing ourselves with our words. And someone had the foresight to write a song, "Come Together Right Now Over Me."
Overall, the theme of the forum was clear: overcoming racism and oppression here on campus and across the nation will not happen without coming together to take action. Madeline Roberts, OU Nightly.
The University of Oklahoma Library is partnering with an organization that showcases historically marginalized activists. Student Activism Now Documented, or STAND, will launch by the end of the semester with photos, video, and other documents from environmental activism to Black Lives Matter. Some photos include students remembering Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in 1973 or holding a die-in at the Union in 2016. The associate dean heading the project says she wants to focus on African American activists first because of the recent incidents of racism on campus.
So in addition to my professional interest as a historian, I do think that there is something about student activism that is really critical to democratic institutions, and that often student activists have an impact far beyond their campus.
To see the collection, you can visit standarchives.com.
And Brooke, severe cases of the flu are on the rise in Oklahoma.
OU Nightly's Baylee Bates has details in today's Health Beat.
Parker and Brooke, I know I have said we have not seen the worst of flu season, and this shows even more now. Oklahoma reported earlier today its first pediatric flu death in Oklahoma County. Experts say there is still time to get vaccinated. The State Department of Health tweeted flu shots are available for no out-of-pocket cost at all county health departments. This is especially important as we head into the heart of flu season. Here in Oklahoma, there are now more than 1,200 cases and 31 deaths due to the flu. And a new report from the Journal of the American Medical Association says the FDA and drug manufacturers failed to properly monitor the use of one very potent drug. The study found thousands of patients received a highly potent form of the opioid fentanyl at an alarming rate, and about half of them should not have been prescribed. The class of fentanyl goes into the bloodstream within seconds and it is 100 times more powerful than morphine and is highly addictive. It's designed for cancer patients already taking opioids for breakthrough pain, and the FDA has not commented on the report. And with spring break right around the corner, everyone is trying to get into those bikini bods. A study published by the British Journal of Sports Medicine says interval training such as running sprints is more effective for weight loss than continuous moderate exercise. Interval training would be running hard for 20 seconds, followed by a brief rest and burpees with push-ups. Intense exercise depletes the oxygen available to the muscles, forcing them to burn fat for energy instead. Researchers say that a short burst of activity dispersed with brief recovery periods can reduce both body fat and overall weight. And guys, I mean, this seems like a great way to work out, but it also seems very time efficient. I mean, you're saving time working out, burning those pounds. What do y'all think?
I mean, hey, anything that involves rest is a workout program I can get behind. So.
I've tried that and I like it a lot. I do high intensity interval training sometimes, HIIT, and that seems to work for me.
Very good.
Thanks so much, Baylee. Well, odds are you barely pay attention to storm drains, but the Norman Arts Council is endeavoring to make them a bit more conspicuous.
And Joe Decarlo has an in-depth look at your Oklahoma weather.
It's warmer out there right now, but how long that will stick around, also talking about severe weather chances coming up. We've been talking a lot about snow throughout the country right now, and you look at this video, you think Montana, Colorado, but this is actually Las Vegas, Nevada. They picked up a good dosing of snow overnight, and in some parts of the Vegas Valley, it is still snowing right now. But right now, here in Oklahoma, we are not dealing with this. We are dealing with some sunshine, and we've warmed up quite a bit from previous days. Right now, we're sitting at 52 degrees. The wind is out of the south-southeast at 14 miles an hour, and our dew point is at 33. Throughout the state, we're in the low to mid-50s, 55 out in Elk City, 57 in Guyman. Now, throughout the country, we see we are 53 degrees here in Norman. It is only 46 degrees out in Phoenix, Arizona right now, so we are definitely warmer than them, and that is very rare, especially for this time of year. Now, taking a look at your radar forecast, we put this in motion. You see moisture coming out of the south over the next 24 hours. And then midday Friday, we see some slight rain chances, especially in southeastern Oklahoma, where they do have a chance of some severe weather for tomorrow. Now, on Saturday, this storm system that brought the snow to Vegas moves in, and we stop at 7 a.m. We see storms out to the west and snow in the Oklahoma Panhandle, as well as in places into Kansas. Now, this moves on through, and this storm system moves on out for Sunday. Now, severe weather risk tomorrow will be mostly down to our southeast, down in Louisiana, as well as Arkansas with a marginal risk. And then on Saturday, they have an enhanced risk from Little Rock to Memphis into portions of Tennessee and Kentucky for Saturday. Now, over the next 7 days, we will be on sort of a roller coaster ride. We will stay in the middle 50s, approaching 60 degrees early next week before winter returns mid to late next week with temperatures dropping into the 40s. Now, overnight tonight, we will drop through the 40s, 46 at 8 p.m. and 43 by 10. And lows tonight throughout the state, 40 here in Norman, 39 in Oklahoma City. And then for the highs for tomorrow, mid to lower 50s again with some slight rain chances around, especially in the afternoon. Now, for your 2-day forecast, we will see more clouds tomorrow with PM showers of high of 52. Saturday, that Oklahoma wind really comes in, and we will warm up to 56 degrees. For the rest of your 7-day forecast, we stay in the mid to upper 50s with relatively dry conditions once we get through that storm on Saturday. So not too bad.
Wonderful. It's nice to know that as the weekend comes around, it gets a little bit warmer for us.
Yes, that's definitely nice. Better than where we've been.
I love it when it's warm on the weekend. Thanks, Joe. The Norman Arts Council and City of Norman are inviting local artists to submit designs that will transform city storm drains into public works of art. This gives artists the opportunity to showcase their skills, raise awareness, and educate the community about harmful pollutants that can impact our local water quality.
We want to start a conversation with the community about how we treat our water system and the kinds of things that we're putting into our infrastructure.
Anytime we can do a project where we get to beautify the city and kind of create that kind of artistic identity, that's great. But if we can augment that with, you know, some sort of educational component or any number of sort of initiatives like that, that's kind of the perfect marriage for us.
The deadline for design submissions is tomorrow, February 22nd.
Now, Brooke, it's hard to believe that already in February they're out on the diamond, but OU baseball's looking good so far this season.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Karbs is here with a full look. Tell us, Kara.
That's right, Sooner baseball is off to a hot start this season, and one of the most talked about college basketball athletes goes down. Stick around, sports is next. Welcome back. Sooner baseball is having an electric season so far. OU is 4-0 on the season for the first time since 2013. They swept Cal Poly opening weekend and grabbed another win over Dallas Baptist yesterday. Freshman Ben Abram was the starting pitcher for the Sooners. They're heading to California this weekend to take on San Diego State, and Cal State Fullerton. Softball is also having a great season so far with a 9-1 record. The Sooners are making their annual trip to Palm Springs, California this weekend. This year will be the 14th consecutive year they've appeared in the tournament. Last year, the Sooners went 3-1, and they start off this weekend against BYU. And Cal Day joins us now with breaking news following last night's UNC-Duke meeting.
Kara, it's more like breaking shoes. Duke Zion Williamson and college basketball's hotshot went down after blowing out his shoe in last night's rivalry game against North Carolina. Williamson goes for a play, and the unthinkable happens. He blows out his shoe and goes down. Even President Obama was in attendance and can't believe it. He broke his shoe. Williamson would not return the rest of the game, and his coach later revealed he sprained his knee as a result of the blowout. The Blue Devil went down just 30 seconds into the game, and some fans paid thousands just to see this one. Duke struggled thereafter, and the Tar Heels went on to win it 88-72. Now back to those shoes. Williamson was wearing a pair of Paul Georges, which are produced through Nike. The company's stock dropped today as they announced an investigation to see what happened. A timetable for Zion's return has not been announced. And Kara, I don't know about you, but I won't be taking a chance with my Nikes after seeing that. But anyway, back to you in another rivalry game this weekend.
Yes, Cal, OU men's basketball is back at home this Saturday against the Longhorns. Head coach Lon Kruger took to Twitter asking fans to pack the stadium. The Sooners are coming off their win against TCU last Saturday. So far, the Sooners are 16-10 for the season. Tickets are $5 at the door for students, and tip-off is at 11 a.m. The Georgia Bulldogs lost this weekend all because of a stuffed animal. With 1 second left in the game, a fan threw a stuffed bulldog onto the court, sealing Georgia's fate. Officials gave the Bulldogs a technical foul for the fans' actions, and Mississippi State went on to win the game 68-67. And there's a lot of drama surrounding the Steelers lately. The Steelers have decided they will not put a franchise tag on Le'Veon Bell's, finally giving him his football freedom. Antonio Brown and Ben Roethlisberger don't quite see eye to eye on leadership style. However, Steelers GM Kevin Colbert said the team is more than okay with Roethlisberger's criticizing his teammates. They also decided to trade Brown, but make it clear only if they think the trade is fair. Guys, I'm really curious to see where Antonio Brown goes and if he even goes anywhere.
Definitely a lot happening in Pittsburgh, and it'll be interesting to see what that 2019 Steelers team looks like.
Definitely.
Thanks, Kara.
Well, still to come on OU Nightly, Joe Decarlo has a final look at your 5-day forecast.
Plus, it's a day to celebrate some of your favorite bread products. We'll be back in just a moment.
Welcome back. I'm Libbey Dean at the OU Nightly Update Desk. The Senate unanimously approved a bill yesterday that would allow pre-registry for those who are 17 and a half. Currently, Oklahomans can't register until they turn 18, and the bill now moves to the House for consideration. 2 Democratic state representatives have filed bills that would increase the minimum wage. One group proposes a minimum of $10.50 an hour, whereas the other group is pushing for at least $15 an hour. That's it for now. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks so much, Libbey. Well, Brooke, as the kids say, let's get this bread.
Parker, it's a baked goods kind of day. February 21st is both National Grain-Free and National Sticky Bun Day. So whether you're gluten-free or a big fan of cinnamon rolls, you've got something to celebrate.
Well, I'll tell you what, I do love cinnamon rolls. I'm not sure if I can manage being gluten-free.
Oh, me either. I couldn't even tell you.
I could not either.
Well, Joe Decarlo is back, as you may have noticed. And Joe, you mentioned it was snowing in Las Vegas earlier.
Yeah, we have kind of a wild fact today. Right now, currently, February 2019, the snowfall in Las Vegas is 0.8 inches and even more on some parts of the Las Vegas Valley. While here in Norman, we have not gotten any snow so far in February and nothing over the next couple days. So
and I'm still not over Tuesday when we got the day off and it didn't even snow.
A little half hour of some sleep, but wasn't cold enough quite to get that snow. So we're still waiting. Winter is not over. Definitely a couple more weeks that we could have some snow, but right now we're talking about warm weather and maybe severe weather this weekend.
I just think it's crazy that it's snowing in Vegas. You don't think of Vegas as somewhere where it snows.
It's everywhere.
Thanks, Joe. And thank you for watching OU Nightly, brought to you by the Gaylord College of Journalism and Mass Communication on the campus of the University of Oklahoma.
We'll see you back here tomorrow night live at 4:30.
Have a great evening.
Good night.